What's up, guys? It's Chris back in the driveway with another video. Today we have the original cheap foam cannon from Amazon, the Dusichin SFL 001. Retails between $14 and $16 depending on the time of day and the market. But this was the original foam cannon that we started off our reviews with 2 years ago. I picked up a fresh one. We're going to see if they made any changes, and we're going to see how this one performs in our quest to find the best foam cannon. So let's take a look what comes in the box for the Dusichin. Looks like we have some instructions on this side. We have a 900 milliliter bottle, as well as our brass components for a foam cannon, as well as a tube. But I'm not going to go ahead and put that tube on as of yet. So as you know, this foam cannon is rated for a pressure washer that has a minimum of 2.0 gallons per minute. My Greenworks is maybe at like 1.2 at its best day, but we're gonna change the orifice inside to give this better shot, fair example. But first we're gonna do a baseline with the orifice that's currently installed, and then we'll do a test with the 1.1 millimeter orifice. So I got some warm water from inside the house. It's at about 500 milliliters, just about. The key to foam, what I see a lot of people doing things wrong is they'll use very cold water, and with this concentrate soap, it works best if the water is a little bit warmer. So let's go ahead and pour this in here. And one thing that, you know, right off the bat is we have a little small nozzle, you know, a small mouth. If it had a little bit bigger of a mouth, it'll make filling it up and adding soap a lot easier. As you can see, we lost a couple of milliliters right off the bat just because we have to try to get it in such a small hole. Well, I'll fill up halfway, and what we're going to do for this 500 or so milliliters of water, we're going to add 2 pumps of Chemical Guys Honeydew Snow Foam Auto Wash. So one pump is about 1 ounce, so we're going to add 2 ounces of soap for this test. The good thing about the soap part is we could just pop this in. We got 1 pump, let it come back up, and we got 2 pumps. And with this pump, I like letting it come all the way back up. You might get a couple of more drops, but it's just enough where as soon as it stops dripping, you can add your little stopper back on. Because if you don't, as the pressure is in the bottle, the soap just keeps leaking out. So let me put this on the side. We'll swirl this around a little bit. We'll mix the 2 ounces, and then let's finish adding the rest of the warm water. So there you go. With the additional ounces of soap, we have it at about the 600 milliliter mark. We're gonna swirl this around a little bit, and when you're swirling, you want to make sure you don't do it as vigorously. You don't want, you know, that many suds in here. You want to keep this as a, you know, very equal amount of water to soap, and not that many suds, because once the suds get in the system, it just messes up the quality of the foam. So let's go ahead and screw this back on. Again, there are not that many changes. With this bottle type, you want to make sure you don't over tighten. This is it's not the best quality plastic, it just gets the job done. On the previous ones, when we turned this, it never stopped like turning. Like it would get to the maximum amount and it wouldn't stop. It would just keep on turning. It looks like this one does stop, as well as the action on this is a lot more smoother. Before this was very loose. As pressure does get on the system, stuff starts to tighten up. But the other one I didn't like. This version is definitely they upped the quality on this. For this example, we went back to our MTM SG S28. Want to get that right before you guys roast me in the comments. But like, just snaps right into the quick connect, 1/4 inch, right in there. We also have the GoPro install as usual, so we can get up close on the quality of the foam. Let's go ahead and check this out. And remember, this is with the stock orifice that comes with the Dusichin foam cannon. I'm not going to pre-rinse because we're just going to go for straight quality of the foam, straight quality of the foam cannon. As you can see, the foam is very runny. It's a very runny quality of a foam. It's not as thick, but we go ahead and try to produce some of the qualities. This looks like a little sand flea right here. Now you can see like the foam doing its job. So runny foam, thick foam, it's still getting the job done. There's still air bubbles on here, there's still foam running down, and it's still coming off the paint the way I would like it to come off. And this is one thing you got to make sure when you have kids and you want to wash your car, you want to make sure the windows are closed. Let me go ahead and close that window. Alright, the window's closed. You see how the foam is running off. I'm going to go ahead and power rinse this off, and we'll change the orifice. We'll see if that makes a difference. So we're back to the bench. Let's go ahead and take this off. I don't want to break the bottle while I am trying to change the orifice. That would definitely hinder our testing. So we have a 5/8 wrench. And again, this is all plastic, so when you're doing it, you want to be very careful that you don't, you know, snap any parts off while you're doing this. Cool, I didn't know this has an O-ring in it as well, so we don't need any Teflon tape. And you can see the orifice that's inside. It is spec to a flathead. So let's put this flathead in here and unscrew it. Cool, so this is the stock orifice, and that's nice too. It comes with an O-ring as well. So that's something where this other orifice I got off Amazon, I'll put the part in the description as well, didn't come with one. So let's see if that does make a difference. And again, before we tighten it, we're just gonna guide it in with the flathead. It's very hard to get your fingers into the hole. And you want to make sure you do it slowly. You don't want to cross thread this part. Trying to get this part machined back will be very hard for you to do. Cool, that's in there. We'll go ahead and tighten it down. and you can see the orifice is changed. Let's go ahead and get this back on. And with most of the stuff, you just want to hand tighten it and then just torque it just a little bit, just to get it snug enough so it won't leak. And there is an O-ring in here, so all we want to do is get that O-ring a little bit compressed to make a nice watertight seal. Cool, let's see if this made a difference. Now we can see how thicker the foam is when we change the orifice. You see it allows a lot more, it allowed more air into the system as well. I guess with the orifice it changes the amount of volume of the contents of the water, the soap, and the air ratio. But you could just see how everything is dripping off. Well guys, to wrap this up, this Dusichin comes in at $15.99. If it's something where you want to get your feet wet into the automotive detailing, the foam cannon area, something I definitely recommend. But if you have something that's a higher gallon per minute gas powered pressure washer, that's something you could get away with using a Dusichin. If you have something lower powered, you will have to change the orifice to get similar results, and that adds about another $8 to the unit, and you're at the $22–23 mark, which you're probably better off in the ballpark of another higher end unit, or we'll say mid-range, for this comparison. So guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. You want to see more of these foam cannon comparisons, be sure to subscribe. This is just one of many. I plan on doing about 10 or 11 more, just so we have a good baseline. We'll start off with the Dusichin and we'll work our way higher up. Well, thanks guys for watching.